Hey guys, Richard here with Rashdi Fitness. So I want to talk today about New Year's resolutions. So one of the things that I found, and I used to do all the time, is every December I start thinking about what it is that I want to accomplish in the upcoming year. Perhaps it's something that I failed to accomplish in the current year, or maybe it's something brand new that I'm just trying to get mastery of. But I want to go over some of the statistics that I've found out and I've read. So the top 10 resolutions, as you can imagine, the top two typically are stay fit, get healthy, lose weight, right? Almost a combined 70% of people, that's their resolution. But only 8% ever really take it for the year. In other words, 92% of them quit. And why do they quit? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but I like to look at it as a factor of expectation management. They set their heights, their goals way too high. For example, if you have 100 pounds to lose, really it's not realistic. Very few, if any, are going to lose 100 pounds in a year, okay? Unless you have some major surgery or something, and if that's what you're going to do, that's fine. But really, you need to set your goals at something that you can achieve, right? And you want to make sure your goals are specific, you can measure them, they're achievable, right? They're realistic. They can be accomplished in the time frame, whether it's 3, 6, 9, or 12 months, okay? And that you're able to get to them. So don't set your goals so high. So if you have to lose 50 pounds, 30 pounds, just say, I want to lose 1 pound a week, half a pound a week. Make it something that you can accomplish. Again, otherwise you'll be part of that 8%. One of the other things that I like to talk about is, do you set goals? You know, like less than 3% of Americans actually write down their goals. So if you want to accomplish goals, it would probably help if you wrote them down. This way you can understand how your goals kind of fit into each other and what you need to do in order to accomplish it. So it's very important that you write your goals down. And then also one of the things you want to talk about is, do you have as part of the goals, what's the plan to accomplish the goals, okay? So when you set the goals and you write them down, that's only one part of it. What's the plan you have to actionize to get to the goals that you're trying to achieve? So obviously for the New Year's resolutionaries, they typically make a very broad goal and they'll say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. And we all know after a month or two, by February, most of them have quit already. I know when I used to belong to a gym, I work out at home. I mean, behind me is all my fitness stuff. But when I used to belong to a gym, we would always complain, the people who were there 12 months out of the year, here come the resolutionaries, right? They come in January, they come in February. I mean, like gangbusters. They go all in, they're there a lot, and so on. And then life happens, okay? And they get derailed. They get injured because, again, they have a goal, but they didn't have a plan, and their plans were not realistic, right? As well, of course, their goals weren't, but their plans were not realistic. So maybe they get injured. Maybe they didn't take into account that, again, life happens. And by March, they start to wane. And then, something happens, a family member gets sick, something changes in their job. And most definitely by April, kaput. You just don't see them anymore. So how do you avoid that? Number one of the things that I learned from failing for decades, I set New Year's resolutions, oh gosh, I mean, I can't tell you how many times, never accomplished it. So for me, when I lost my 104 pounds in total, it took me over 25 months. But my New Year's goal, when I started this, was like, one, you don't need to wait for New Year's. But that being aside, I'm like, I just want to lose 10 pounds. And then I lost 10. I just want to lose another 10. And I broke it down, right? It was attainable. It was realistic. I could set a time limit on when I could achieve those goals, right? We use the SMART, SMART principle, in terms of goal setting and reaching those goals. So it's very specific goals. You can measure it. It's attainable. It's reachable. It's timely. We can measure the success or failure. So, whatever it is, whether you want to get healthy, if you don't have to lose weight and you want to build muscle, let's say that you want to be able to bench press or squat a specific weight, right? Set small goals. Set it so where instead of going, okay, I want to squat 315 pounds, okay? Instead of saying that, say, I want to squat 100 pounds. Then achieve that. Then I want to squat 125, 150, 175, and so on. The same thing with a bench press or whatever it is, pull-ups, chin-ups. Start very small, and this way, when you do achieve it, you feel really good about it, and you're reinforcing that positive behavior. That's what happens with most people who set their New Year's goals and they don't achieve it. They set it so high, they don't have a plan, they don't reach it in a prescribed time that they've built into their mind, and then they quit because they're like, what the hell. Now, the other thing you have to be aware of is in our society in 2016 going into 2017, people have no attention span, zero attention span. It used to be people could watch a video online for like 5 minutes, even 10 minutes. Even this video is long. This video so far 6 minutes, and most of you won't even make it through it. But people could watch a video for 5-10 minutes. Then it went to 4 to 5 minutes, then 3 to 4 minutes, then 2 to 1. Now, if you look on most social media, if the video is longer than 15 to 60 seconds, people bail. People have no attention span. Okay. And what that leads to is other parts of their life, they have no attention span. So they set a goal. If they don't get it tomorrow, forget it. It's a waste of time. This stuff is a journey, okay? It doesn't take you 1 second to get from New York to California or from California to Singapore, right? Star Trek hasn't been invented where they can transport you in the beam to one part of the planet in 3 seconds. So this takes patience. You have to learn to have patience. And if you don't have patience, you're going to have a hard time achieving anything. Okay, you really will. And it's not just about weight loss or fitness. What about your career? What about relationships? Things take time. Okay, when you want to build a great wine, it doesn't happen overnight. When you want to cook a great meal, it doesn't happen in 5 minutes. It takes time. You have to cultivate things. Things have to grow. Okay, your willpower, your dedication. You might have it on day 1, but the true champions have it on day 100, day 1,000, day 2,000, 5,000. You have to build that up over time. So you have to learn how to have patience, okay? So remember, for your New Year's in 2017, okay, write the goals down, make sure you can achieve them, break them up into smaller goals, okay? And one of the other things that I found, like I said, when I lost my 104 pounds, I had someone to hold me accountable. That's something that you don't see in the New Year's resolution statistics. If you have someone to hold you accountable, especially going through a health transformation, fitness transformation, whatever, you have a coach. And whether that's in your career and usually in a professional environment, they call it a mentor. Same thing in the health and fitness. It's a coach, it's a mentor, someone who can help hold you accountable, someone who you can go back and forth with, bounce ideas off of, someone who has a vested interest in ensuring that you are as successful as possible. That's really the big thing. Okay, that's one of the reasons. Not gonna tell you, I love Beachbody because they come up with the coaching network. I have a coach. I am a coach to other people. And I reach out, they reach out, and we work together to hold each other accountable, okay? You're only as strong as the weakest link in a team, and it's the same thing when you're going through a transformation in your life, whether it's a New Year's resolution or something that you want to change during mid-year, okay? Anytime you want to improve yourself, do something different, okay? You need someone, at certain times, you need someone to bounce ideas off you to help you. But especially with fitness and health transformations, because we know how hard it is to get the weight off, how hard it is to build muscle. But man, you fall off and eat some bad food, and in like 2 days, you feel like you gained 50 pounds, right? I know it's not fair, but that's the way it seems. So you got to have a good coach. You have to have someone who has your interest in mind, and you have their interest in mind. It's a bi-directional thing. You guys work together. So get yourself a good coach, okay? And the most important thing is Do it.